Understanding intra-abdominal pressure will really help you understand why it's so important to use the exhalation when you're putting any pressure through the pelvic floor. So basically, this whole area is like a canister, and you have the diaphragm at the top and you've got the pelvic floor or the pelvic diaphragm at the bottom. When the diaphragm pulls breath into your lungs, all of your intestines and your pelvic organs get dropped down, and your pelvic floor receives that breath. So you get this lovely sort of stretching out of the pelvic floor. And when you breathe out and the diaphragm pushes the breath out of your body, you get a kind of a vacuum effect through the pelvic organs and through the pelvic floor. So when you are breathing, you get a release through the pelvic floor on the inhalation, and you get a kind of a suction through the pelvic floor as you fully exhale. And this is exaggerated when you're doing your diaphragmatic breath. So that's the full breathing in and spreading the breath underneath your armpits, around here, into the ribs through those intercostal muscles. So you want to breathe as if you're creating this big bowl of breath from the bottom all the way up to the sides and to the top. And then as you breathe out, you draw the base of the rib cage slightly in, and the breath just pours out of you. Now, if you were to lift something heavy to put pressure through the pelvic floor, or if you were coughing or sneezing, you want to exhale and draw up through the pelvic floor before you put the pressure down through the pelvic floor. So if I was to be picking up something heavy, I would breathe in, that lengthens the pelvic floor, and as I'm picking that thing up, I'm exhaling, and that will help to sustain that pressure. That will bring the pelvic floor up. Similarly, when you're doing any pelvic floor exercises, you want to be drawing in and up on an exhalation, because remember, we have that natural vacuuming effect when you exhale. I hope that makes sense. So go forth and do your Kegels on your exhalation.